Hey guys, as a lot of you know, at Big Country we are huge fans of the Grenadier. And now for the last week or so we've had this really nice Quartermaster here, which is the Bucky version. The customer had a few specific needs. Firstly, our roof rack. We've done many of these, so that wasn't a challenge at all. It goes on really easily. As most of you know, it's fully welded, it's very low profile, and it just clamps to the OEM gutter. So roof rack, plain and simple. The real challenge in this fitment came in on the battery system side. So this car didn't have an auxiliary battery in, and it had the factory fitted subwoofer, which they actually fit in the compartment that's meant for the auxiliary battery. So the customer said he wants an inverter to be able to run his ice machine, and he obviously wants a secondary battery as large as he can have it. So when we opened it up, we had to make a plan to relocate firstly the subwoofer. So we built a bracket in the middle compartment to relocate the subwoofer to the middle compartment, and it actually looks like it's supposed to be there. It fits really nicely. We then fitted the DC charger next to that. Obviously, because we're fitting an auxiliary lithium battery, we had to do a DC charger, and we decided to go with the Renogy Rego. It's the 50 amp version. It's a really nice DC charger. It's smart alternator compatible. It's got reverse charge capability to give some power to your cranking battery if it's running a bit flat. It's got a solar MPPT built in, and like I said, it's a 50 ampere, which is really cool because with a big battery like this, you really want to give it as much amps as you can, especially with these smart alternators, because these smart alternators don't just stay on permanently. They cycle on and off. So when it's on, you really want to make sure you use all the amps you can from that alternator, because it's not going to be on constantly. Okay, so that's the battery and the DC charger. You obviously wanted an inverter, which we managed to hide behind the seats, even behind the plastic cover behind the seats, so you cannot see the inverter at all. What you will be able to see is just a little panel that switches it on and off, which we fitted to the plastics, and it literally looks like it was supposed to be here from factory. And then we wired in a nice multi-plug with a long cord. So if he wants to put his AC stuff outside of his car, he can do that. He can run it from there. Or he can just put it on the back seat, and it just simply hides behind the seat like that, out of the way. That's the inverter, battery, DC charger. Then he also wanted a compressor. So we fitted the ARB compressor in the little space that was left underneath the seats. We put the compressor outlet and the switch on the side of the seat here. And we also built in an Anderson plug, which basically is the solar input for the DC charger. So if he throws the solar panel out on the grass, you can easily just plug that plug into here to charge his battery from solar. And once the seats are closed, you literally cannot see any of the stuff we fitted in, except for the switch for the compressor and the Anderson plug, which you need accessible. But in the available space, we did the 200 amp hour battery, the DC charger, relocated the sub and the compressor and an inverter, and we didn't waste any space in it. So I was extremely proud of the guys in our fitment center for how creative they got with this build. We're going to do the same fitment now on a station wagon. We'd probably have to move the stuff around a little bit more in the station wagon, but we'll do a little video or some photos there to show you guys how we handle the station wagon as well.